I look like a mushroom.
At least hair grows back.
Hello everyone, it's Nikki. I know it's been such a long time since I have uploaded a YouTube video, and I was thinking about it lately, and it's been something that I've been wanting to do. So I'm going to try and upload videos every once in a while. We'll see how that works with school. But you know, since it's summertime, I have a lot more free time to edit and film, and so I thought I'd make a video for you guys. And since I haven't made a video in such a long time, I was thinking that I'd just catch you guys up on everything that's like happened in my life. So I was thinking about just making a video on my senior year of high school, because so much has happened senior year. I've just had so many things go on with school, with friends, and just outside of school, lots of different things, and I thought that I'd just tell you guys in a short version. I just want to start off by saying that I just got back from a trip. Recently I went to Europe, kind of as like a senior thing with my friends. So my French teacher plans these Europe trips. She calls them like a French trip. And so she just organizes these trips with a company called EF Tours, and she gets a lot of her students and people to sign up for the trip. And we all like fly together and we all travel around in Europe together, and it's really, really cool. So we went to like 7 different countries. It's pretty crazy, and we went in like 18 days. But it was just super awesome. Like, if you guys haven't been to Europe, I highly recommend traveling there. It's just so beautiful. There's just so much to see, like all of the architecture and everything. It's just really fascinating, and I love it. Yeah, so I just got back from that trip, and I kind of wanted to start off by talking about what I did over the summer of like 2017, before I started my senior year. So that summer I went to Maine with my family. I've never been up there before, but we were invited, and so my family just decided to go up there, and it was really relaxing, and I spent my birthday there and the 4th of July. And then after that, after I came back from Maine, my family hosted a foreign exchange student. She was a French exchange student, so it was really cool just talking to her and getting to know like her life and what it's like to be a teenager in Europe and things like that. And it was really cool just showing someone around where I live. So I'd highly recommend, like, if you haven't hosted somebody or if you haven't been an exchange student, I totally recommend it. It's just a really, really neat experience. Oh yeah, and then I'm in a program called CIBAX, which stands for Center for International Business and Communication Studies. And this program, it's a 4-year program at my school, at my high school. And in this program, we learn about what it's like to work with different companies, work with different types of people, even like own a business, start up a business. It's just a really, really great program. For each year in high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, we have a specific project that we spend the whole year working on. And for my senior project, I had to either like do a fundraising event or start up my own business. And I knew that I wanted to start a business. I just wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. But over the summer, I was thinking a lot about what I wanted to do for my business. CIBAX, it's not its own class. It's mixed in with your English and your history class. It requires a lot of time, like outside of school as well as in school. So it's definitely a commitment, but it's a great program. So anyways, I was working on that, and I was just figuring out what I wanted to do. And then school came around, and I remember like at the beginning of the year, I felt super I was excited. I was ready. I was just ready to be a senior. I was also a bit nervous because I know like I'm not a huge fan of school. Like I don't really like working, but I like seeing my friends. And I do like some classes, but I think I was more ready to buy school supplies and like new colorful things and not really do schoolwork and stuff. I'm more excited to like see my friends and see my the teachers that I really like and not really do work, but that comes along with school. So I did something new this year. So I've been thinking about like at the beginning of the year I was kind of feeling like I wanted to go into nursing because throughout high school, I remember like as a freshman I wanted to major in photography when I go to college, and then like later on I wanted to become a psychologist, and I wasn't thinking about social working too, and then it was, I think at the end of junior year I realized that I wanted to be some type of a nurse. And so my senior year I signed up for a CNA class. So a CNA is a certified nurse assistant, and so I took this ROP class my first semester of the senior year, just to kind of give me a feel for what it's like to be in the medical field and what it's like to actually work with real patients and just like shadow different people. I just wanted that experience. So I started off at a high school. I took my class at a high school. So I'd go to my school, and then right after I'd drive to another high school to take the class, and that was mainly where we learned about this stuff and did like book work, practice different things. And then a little bit later on in the class we actually went to the ROP center, Coastline ROP, and where we worked with like the dummies and like the fake like mannequin people, and there was hospital beds and things to practice with. And then after that we actually got to go into the nursing home, and I got to meet real nurses, real CNAs, and I got to work with real patients, to actually be able to work with real people and help them. And I just felt like I was actually working there, and it was really, really cool. So basically what I did was I would follow around the CNAs and I would do like whatever they asked me to do. So a lot of the time I would take the vital signs, so that would be like blood pressure, temperature, pulse, respirations, things like that. And then I would write it down and give the information to the nurse or the CNA, whoever wanted it. And then they would chart it. And so it goes into the system so you can like keep track of the patient and how they're doing. I also would help change patients. I would move them in bed because they're not supposed to be in the same position for more than 2 hours. So we would reposition people. I helped patients walk. I helped them go to the restroom, changed them, fed them. So I really felt like I was being like a caretaker, and I don't know, a lot of people aren't into that, but I really loved it. I loved getting to meet new people. I love helping people, and I was working with the elderly, so it was really interesting to listen to what they had to say, because everyone's got their own story. So it was just a really neat experience, just listening to them and interacting with the different patients. I'd say it was very stressful though, so I was very tired. It was just a long school day for me. But I did enjoy it. It was very, very overwhelming at times, but it was definitely an experience that I don't regret at all. And through that whole class, it has helped me like realize for sure that I want to be a nurse. I was applying to colleges at the same time of doing all of this. So I applied to like 5 different colleges. But I'm happy to say that I'm going to my dream school. I'm going to Point Loma Nazarene University, and it's in San Diego. I'm super excited. I'm going to be in their nursing program. I'm so excited. But yeah, I wouldn't have known that I wanted to really do nursing if I didn't take that CNA class, if I didn't take that ROP class. After that class, I decided that I wanted to get my license, and I took the exam and I passed the first time, so I now can officially like I can apply for a job at a hospital or a nursing home. So I remember like I would say throughout like the beginning part of senior year I was probably the most overwhelmed, just because of my school schedule was insane. I'd say this was the most stressful year of high school I've ever had. But second semester, when my ROP class ended, things got a lot more easier and I was able to relax more and hang out with my friends and kind of just enjoy my last semester of high school. But yeah, it was really stressful when I was taking like the SAT and just applying to different colleges, because there's a lot that comes along with it, like writing an essay, filling out an application, and I was trying to do that along with all of my other school stuff, like with my SciBacs project that I was working on, and all of this stuff. For my SciBacs project, I decided to start a succulent business, and it's called Succulents by Nikki. I know, it's a very creative name, right? So basically I just grow succulents from tiny little like smaller succulents, or I'd make leaf cuttings and I would grow new succulents from them. And yeah, I'd just grow them and then I'd put them in cute little pots and containers and like decorate them, and then I would sell them to people. I'd advertise on my social media, and then I'd have people come to my house and look at my arrangement and pick things out. So that's mainly like what my business was. So it was definitely a neat experience owning your own business. It was very stressful and a lot of work, but it's doable. It's doable. And a lot of people in my classes had many different types of projects. Some people, I think 4 students were writing and publishing their own books. It's an amazing program. Like it's a really great experience that not many people can get at my age, so I'm really glad that I signed up for it. And I know during it, a lot of the time I was wanting to like just quit because I was very overwhelmed by everything, but I'm glad that I stuck with it because it's an experience that I will keep with me forever. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about some things that happened. So back in January, I think it was more like December, my family went to New Zealand over winter break. It was so cool. It's such an amazing place. If you guys have not been to New Zealand, it looks exactly like the pictures. It's amazing. Like, it's so cool. But when I was there, I started talking to this guy who added me on Snapchat. And we started talking and he was super nice, and then he asked me to meet him in person. And I never had like a boyfriend before. I've never been in a relationship, so I was always super shy around guys. I've always been like super awkward, I guess. I don't know. But so I was a bit nervous about meeting him. But he wanted to meet at his church, so I felt a lot more comfortable knowing that I was meeting him at a place where I'd feel comfortable. And little did I know that later he would end up being my boyfriend and that I would continue going to that church. So we ended up meeting at Compass Bible. It's in Huntington Beach. I was like super nervous, but we started talking like right away, and he was very, very friendly and a kind person. I could tell right away that he was a really nice guy. And we listened to a sermon, and then a little bit later we would split off into small groups. And so I got placed into a group with all girls and he got placed into a group with all guys. It's different because I grew up in a Catholic community. I grew up going to St. Simon and Jude Catholic Church. It's really close to my home, and I liked going to church, but I felt a little bit distant there. I just didn't feel as like connected to people, and I'd find myself zoning out a lot and not really paying attention when the priest is talking. But since I've gone to this Christian church, I've felt so much more just happier there, and I felt way more interested in learning about God, and we'd actually like open up the Bible and like read together and talk about what we think about certain things, and I really liked that. And so I wanted to also talk to you guys that I have decided to become a Christian. I was saved on February 13th, 2018. And if you guys haven't heard of like being saved or don't know what that means, like going into this church, I had never heard the term like being saved or being born again. I hadn't, a new creation. I've never heard of like that before, and I thought it was kind of strange, and so I was a bit kind of confused. But I soon, like as I started reading the Bible more and getting into it, I learned a lot about what it means to be a Christian and how you can truly become a Christian and go to heaven. And so I ended up praying to God and like asking Him to save me and repenting of my sins and everything, and just basically just laying down my life for Him, just telling Him that I'm going to just live a life that glorifies Him and put all of my trust in Him. And ever since then my life has changed, and I definitely have more of a desire to learn about my faith and talk to others about it. I'd say like since I've been saved, I haven't been like sinning the same as I used to. Of course I still make mistakes, I'm a human being, like I'm not perfect, I'm not Jesus, I'm not someone who's completely living a perfect life, but I definitely know more about what's right and wrong in the eyes of God, and I feel like I've also been a lot more grateful for things in my life and not taking things for granted. So my boyfriend's name, his name is Brock, and we started dating February 14th, 2018. So we started dating on Valentine's Day. I know that's like super cheesy, but I think it's really cute. And yeah, so we've been dating since then, and he's honestly like the sweetest person I've ever met. He's just a very genuine, caring and loving person, and truly he's just such an amazing person, and I feel like him and I have such a great connection because of our faith, and I feel like God put us together for a reason, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. And I feel like something that I truly love about him is that he keeps me on track with my faith. He makes me want to be a better Christian. He makes me want to learn more, and I feel like so much more happier around him, and I just couldn't be happier. Right now it's Friday, August 3rd, and I am getting ready for college. I've been kind of going through my stuff, thinking about what I want to pack, what I want to bring with me, and it's a bit overwhelming. Like, I remember before I graduated, I was super emotional, like crying a lot. I was just very emotional about graduating and moving on, because I get very attached to people, and I was not ready to like be separated from my friends, because I know a lot of us are going like different ways, and I wasn't quite ready to move on and start a new chapter of my life. So yeah, guys, let me know what videos you guys want me to make next. I'm planning on making a video on like getting ready for college, like what I'm packing with me for my freshman year of college. But let me know like what other ideas you guys have. Like, I could make another makeup tutorial, a back to school like clothing haul. I could do a vlog. Again, I could talk about my like faith journey. just like whatever you guys would like to see, just let me know and I'd be glad to make a video for you. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'm glad to be back and I plan on making more videos. I'm not exactly sure when the next one will be, but I'm gonna try to keep a deadline and try to stay with it. Hopefully I'll be making many more. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your summer and I'll see you soon. Bye!